All right. Okay. So boom. So this is um the raw truth. Always reading between the line. This is a long overdue video that I should have presented, but let's get right into it. So this is a unique view on the issue of extrajudicial killing in Jamaica with the Jamaica for Justice. Now, I myself, okay, as I say, a unique view, so I could tell you why. I myself has been I suffered the hands of extrajudicial judicial killing. That's killing by state agents that seem unjustified. And also I've also like it sound like I'm not prepared. I've also seen what it's like, what the police have to deal with and the soldiers when they go to the street. Being I'm from one of the what some would call the most dangerous ghetto of in Jamaica or in Kingston. I personally have witnessed myself police killings, and what I want people to know is that on the face of it, the police killing is not legal. I would say that, and I don't think that's the appropriate action to be taken. But when these killings happen, though, from my experience, there were never no protests or no disgruntled. And you know, sometimes we have to give the citizens. We're going to give the citizens their props, you know, because sometimes I'm not going to get in the other part of it. Sometimes these killings in the back end of it is a justified killing, justifiable homicide. And the reason why I said that, I personally, as I said, do not like extrajudicial killing because I've witnessed it and there's no protest and no outrage on most of these killings. Because in truth and in fact, these killings, the victim or the deceased, whatever they call them, they are guilty of some heinous crime, including murder. And yes, I've some stuff that I'm witness, but some stuff I also know that is fact that even these killings happen in front of family member. And again, I'm saying these are killings. Yes, innocent. I wouldn't say innocent, but unarmed. That's the key word with all these police killings. It's unarmed civilian. And I've known for a fact when it was even done in front of family members, and there are necessarily no outrage by the family members to say from a legality point of view, and no outrage from the wider community, because we know the individual who get as we say in Jamaica, the shit end of a stick, are not innocent people walking around. The reason why I have a problem with extrajudicial killing is two reasons. One, there are people who are doing crime which are not known to the public per se. And I could give you an example of a few. And one example that bothers me a lot is it didn't even involve the police, it involved a licensed firearm owner who was the victim of an armed robbery, and the person that he took out was a very good friend of mine. Now, that's beside the police killing that I talk about that that I was close to a family member that died by the hand of the police. But even though that was a licensed firearm holder, the there's also killings by the police of people who crimes are not really known. But make no mistake, my friend that died by the last firearm holder, these are sometimes the same persons, the same in terms of the crime that they're doing that is not known to public. They are doing the same crimes that are not known to the, when I say to public, I mean to the community or to family member, or even sometimes to close friends. It's only accomplices the crime is known to. And then when the police come to get them, they are unarmed again, but the police kill them, take them out. And these are the ones that usually get to outrage when they say this person not involved in anything. And so, and what what the citizens have to sometimes know that they're not maybe involved in stuff from the community. Because my friend that passed, and man, dude is just one of the nicest person ever. And and it's something that it's something that took a long article because it leads into other things. It's really, really a nice guy. I've never done any criminal act in the community. Just work, play sports, soccer. Was trying to make a leeway through that. But sometimes the hardship of reality overcomes one. And that happened to me where sometimes I'm thinking of going on the wrong side of the law. But thank God I pulled back. And it happened a few times. And that could be from, probably, my community DNA have that influence on me. But, from that same community, I've went to a good high school. And there's nothing wrong with that because there are people that, go to school, go all the way up to college, got good jobs. And that's what I always wonder. Why when some people have good jobs in Jamaica, they go and they do crime, especially, I think what they call them, blue-collar crime, like embezzlement and stuff like that. I guess that's just part of human nature. So don't just judge people from Garrison. There are people from well-to-do family that grow up, go to school, educated, go in the corporate world, commit crime, or even just regular criminal activity. I guess, white collar, whatever they call them. But back to the point I'm making is that, so that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the issue I have. When I say there are two reasons why I hate extrajudicial killing. It's those acts that those individual police take out that the crime is not known to family members or friends. And this is when I want due process to come in. Now, due process is a word I'm going to talk about in a little bit from this. Because you haven't mentioned about the Jamaica for Justice, yes. Now, those are the type of person that I would like to see due process take place instead of taking out these individuals. Because we don't know what the crime is and what happened and what's the situation, And so we need to know, bring it to the forefront. Let us be some evidentiary hearing, some discovery, and the actors rear, the mens rea, and see what if the person is guilty by members of his peer in the court of law. Simple as that. Now the other reason why I also prefer due process is that culture, and I've learned that from a job I had before. Culture, you can create a culture which can be dangerous to any entity, any community, any business, any country, where sometimes the culture supersedes the law of the land or the rules or regulation of an entity or company. And before Eva was born, I've known of police killing from my community. And again, as I say, doing the same thing, expecting different results, doesn't make any sense. And at this age, if this police killing is still going on, something has to change. And I don't, the culture, I'm scared of, as I said, two reasons. This is reason number two. But 2A, that what it does to the psychic of the security forces. We're seeing sometimes how they can be or aggressive, or they probably feel they're too powerful and not dealing with citizens and the situation in the right appropriate way. That's why I tell you, blessing, Cameron Vigor is a blessing in this land. We will see things that people think that never happened, we're seeing it now. And 2B is that it is time to move away from those type of way to handle crime. You know, I mean, the Honorable Prime Minister Andrew Onus is trying to shape the country into a real civilized society where where you go to court and you get your day in court. And I'm gonna say to be about changing the culture of Jamaica of thinking these police killings is a way. Is also changing the I guess is it probably overall fixing the legal system. And there could be a partnership between the legal field, the legal fraternity, and the police investigation fraternity. And I always say that this is why I do not like cabinet members to also be members of parliament, but that's what the constitution requires. I like the US system where um, you know, you pick you can work as a member of the legislative branch, which is like the MP, and also a cabinet position, which some MP are cabinet minister. And I think it's too much of a job for one person. And that's a thing that I like with America too. America break down each job field. So you fully concentrate on your specific area. And I think that helps to overall and what I'm trying to use is the creativity kicks in where we are, where there's improvement from an innovative point of view. That's what I was looking for, innovative. So dial it back again a little bit some more. Yeah, we gotta change. We gotta let the MPs sit down, working with the security forces, the legal fraternity, and set good laws and rules so that when we bring someone to face a judge, that it is just your fault if you pick an attorney and that shouldn't even be true. Where you pick an attorney that's not, a person who's a good legal representative for you, where it should be where you're brought to court, and this is what I like with the Honorable Prime Minister, that is trying to improve the security, but more so the detective and investigative branch, by bringing in technology and uplifting the morale of these detective and police officers. It makes you when you're coming, you want to do your job. So that when you present your findings to the legal framework, you arrest somebody, bring them up on charges, face a judge, that your investigation work is done properly and the right way, and the person can be convicted of the crime. And that's the kind of society that we really need. You understand? And again, usually I forgot things when I make my videos, and I remember this as I want to mention. Have you ever think of what it is like when you guys are in those communities, and whatever one you say, I mean, this I shouldn't say this part, but whatever one you say, the shootout is initiated by members of the security force. Think about if it's not. Have you ever guys think about what pressure they go under, and the environment they are dealing with when this shootout goes on? For everybody, for the gunman themselves, the regular innocent citizen, and members of the security forces. They have the female security force person have their husband and kids, and male with their wife and kids, girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever. And that's their job, is to go out there and to survive the game, to come back home and to make a living and to retire and have something to lean on the retirement and thing. But dial it back again, guys. I want to move away from the culture with the security person thinking. I'm just thinking of and I'm not a therapist or a counselor or whatever, but I'm thinking about the mindset that you think it's fine to act, as politician, and you're on the side of the law, and but think about the psychology and the mindset that you are endorsing with these police killing. Fix the system, make it proper. So police killing is a must, and for the JFK. Let me try to get this thing in conclusion. For the Jamaica for Justice, for Jamaica for Justice, um, the problem I have with the Jamaica for Justice is that, like again I said, and I'm happy that I mentioned it. I've known as police killing, like a great Claudius myself. I'm known as police killing from before I was born. And it's been going on from then. That's from probably the early 80s, if not late 70s. And we're in 2025. And Jamaica for Justice is two issues that I'm having with you. The timing for your protest. So police killing has been going on and crime has been increasing. So no, crime is decreasing, going down. And you say police killing is up. This is the time now you're coming to do your protest. It seems the timing seems suspicious, and I cannot defend Jamaica for Justice. Even though you're protesting my agenda, it seems political and wrong, partisan. And there's no place for that in any society. You understand? Especially the time when election. Election is basically called, guys. Is we're going to upload shortly after this. And election is basically, because election is due what? Basically 3 months from now. So it's just a matter for the Prime Minister to give a date. The timing is off, Jamaica for Justice. And what's the other issue? There I go forgetting stuff. But the timing is off, Jamaica for Justice, and these are also the things that doesn't contribute to a proper society when non-profit organizations are civil society grouping are doing things that is political. We cannot live in a world where things are political. It only divide, and division does not move any society forward. Division does not move any society forward. And we cannot continue like that. Jamaica for Justice. Oh, I remember my point as I'm trying to close it. And one of the biggest mistakes Jamaica for Justice made is, again, using the term, and I'm trying to help them here, using the term state killing, extrajudicial killing, police killing. What they should really protest is due process of the law. We really need due process of the law. That is what you're supposed to be protesting. Again, because of your timing with these with your protests, it definitely showed that it was political. You understand? But probably if I use due process of the law, it probably could soften that blow a little bit. So I'm telling you, going forward, and even though I wrote I sympathize with the Jamaica Labour Party as I try to balance these videos, I am still for due process. And the funny thing, what I'm proud of, due process is not a political thing, because I still cry out for due process under this Jamaica Labour Party administration. I do not make it a major issue because I strongly believe that Golding is not the person to take Jamaica forward. He thinks sack us before, and all he wants to do is think sack us again. And there are many points and fact out there to show that's what it is, which I will make a video of again. You understand? So I just focus on other things. But I do many times in my writing and social media elsewhere, I do say I will not support this state killing. Once you are innocent, not innocent. Once you are unarmed when the police come for you, I will not support it. But I'm just showing you I understand where everything coming from. Once you have a knife, a piece of stick, a gun, you're gonna lose your life, and I'm not gonna defend that. Because you have no right being armed in any which way when you're dealing with security personnel. But once you're unarmed, let due process take its course. Now, not to sound contradicting, and please do not say I'm contradictory, I'm a hypocrite. But again, like I said earlier in my video also, if you look at these killings that I've known, the individual are not innocent in the sense of, they don't do criminal act. And the police take them out. Compared to, not having due process. Which one would you prefer for a society? Especially a country that is moving and improving and getting better and better. You rather I take a police killing any day. And I'm not going to regret saying I'm not going to fix it. I would take that any day. But I will continue to fight for due process and a better society. Because a civilized, better society is when due process takes its course. So I hope this one, comes out to y'all. Anyway, I'm going to close this video. And again, I always say I should have stopped this video halfway. I just keep on forgetting to please, guys, like these videos, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Please comment. The last video I did got a few comments, and I appreciate it. So have a good day. Have a good day, guys. And just this video, I like to know what you guys think of this video. This is the first video. I would really like to hear some good comments. Alright? Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a good one.